Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Chris Chan video, and welcome all of you back to the zone, where today guys, this is, I've heard, one of the best sagas that's ever happened to Chris. Well, not happened to Chris, but involving Chris all the same. It is the Liquid Chris saga, and I don't particularly know that much about it, but I think we're about to find out. But unfortunately, this is going to be slightly, well, actually, maybe it's for the better that this is slightly longer than usual. But let's get straight into it and see what all the hubbub was all about. Liquid Chris, real name Christopher Duckworth, born 1990, claimed to be, is the true, honest Christian Western Chandler and the one and only creator of the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon Sonichu. And Jesus, this is going to go on for a while, isn't it? Okay, prologue. June 2009 was a busy month for Chris. Henceforth, the solid Chris, with both highs and lows. Solid was getting out of the house more and knocking back some long islands with a new group of acquaintances. He was given the reins to his shiny new Wikipedia and had his YouTube account, C-Chan Sonichu, compromised. Yes, he was rolling and trolling indeed. And I'm nowadays wearing a vest and improving my image. Possible. A challenger appears. Pro tip: Liquid Chris was actually Christopher Duckworth, and I thought the Duckworths were meant to be from Coronation Street. Liquid Chris was actually Christopher Duckworth, and he made no actual attempt to steal Chris's identity. What a surprise. I mean, would you really want to call yourself Christian Western Chandler? It was just a comedic impersonation that Chris took way too seriously. It should also be noted that Liquid tried to make it as blatantly obvious as possible in the beginning stages, i.e. stuffing a pillow in his shirt, paper cutout medallion. Yeah, okay. Liquid torturing the impersonator. Oh boy. At the end of the month, a new YouTube account, C-Chan Sonichu CWC, appeared with a simple premise that the real Christian Western Chandler, henceforth Liquid Chris, was back online after a long absence, during which he lost his account to hackers, so all the weirdness on C-Chan Sonichu was the work of hacking trolls, and he announced that he was ready to resume posting honest content on his new account. This new CWC posted 4 more videos, much of which were parodies of earlier videos by Solid Chris. How else would I get fan art if I was not the original creator of Sonichu? Liquid Chris posing a very legitimate point that anyone else could have worked out was completely fake. There's room for only one Chris and one Mayor. But then again, that's meant to be Solid Snake and like Liquid Snake or something like that from Metal Gear Solid. Notably, Liquid Chris sported an official Sonichu medallion made out of paper, a striped shirt, this one brown, a pair of rather bulky glasses which look ridiculous on anybody else, obesity by means of a stuffed shirt then later removed, a distant nasal voice, and autism. Whether or not Duckworth actually has autism, I don't particularly know. All of which, of course, made him almost indistinguishable from Solid Chris. Solid himself made no comment, probably because he didn't notice the new videos among the chatter of all the other trolling. The alternative, that Solid just ignored them, is far too reasonable to consider. Ian Brandon Anderson. What really cranked up this up to 11 was a chain of events that started with Solid Chris getting his C-Chan Sonichu channel back. First, Solid posted a series of videos on the 10th of July 2009 where he called out 3 trolls by their YouTube handles and dropped their docs, well-dropped supposed states of residence. Great job, Chris. That won't get you in any trouble. This resulted in the permanent ban hammer from C-Chan Sonichu. The next piece fell into place when he posted his Rollin' and Trollin' video on his new YouTube account, IBA Chandler. When it hit Encyclopedia Dramatica, new fags everywhere momentarily lost control of their bowels, thinking they'd been trolled by a Grand Master. Trolls, however, did what trolls do best. They started riffing on it, Pretty quickly, YouTube comments popped up referring to Solid as Ian Brandon Anderson. Such was the price of success for Solid's small drop of near win in this near sea of epic fail. He had delivered unto his enemies a weapon that they used for months. Even then, the damage control from that episode alone would probably have kept him from noticing Liquid's videos, until, that is, Liquid raised the stakes in an attempt to get Solid's attention. The Quickville War. Oh boy. Opening shots. The war began on the 21st of July when Liquid uploaded a video that reeled Solid in hook, line, and sinker. Having sold Solitude merchandise with Samantha Faudios at OtakuCon, a rebuttal was in order. Do not buy from the impostor C-Chan Sonichu. He is creepy and his nasal voice is just downright awful. Also, if I wanted to buy paper, I'd go to Walmart and buy 500 full 8.5 by 11 sheets for about $5. His church? He must live in friggin' Ohio with Julie. Never drives greater than 7 hours just to even visit the Wesley Memorial in Virginia. Fuck him to hell. Truth and honesty established in the state of Virginia. Yeah, that literally anybody could just take these templates and just say whatever they want. Solid also took out from his busy schedule to post threads on Liquid's YouTube comments. As to what you could describe as busy, I'll leave up to you. Like playing with Legos. The final showdown. Hey, dumbass, you wish you were me. Nobody wants to wish they were Chris. I would say you are stuck in -2nd gear. I'm calling you out. 14 Branch Lane Court, Ruckersville, Virginia, before August 2nd, 2009. If you really want me, then come face me. Oh, by the way, your nasal voice is more grating than the word naive. And metal nails on the chalkboard. What chalkboard, though? But naive is even worse than nails. I don't know. Have you ever seen Lady Deathstrike? She's freaking... Those nails could literally just like go through skeletons, go through skulls like paper. You are a nerd and a wimp. Have a good day, Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Even at this point, Solid still may have let this all go, as he was simultaneously getting blackmailed by Jack Faudios, who was holding his PlayStation Network account to ransom. But as that would wind down, Liquid caught Solid's eyes again, by picking up on the Ian Brandon Anderson meme. Hello again, loyal fans. It is I, Christian Weston Chandler, not Christopher Christian Weston Chandler, as everyone knows. I changed my name from Christopher to Christian. P.S. That troll, as some have now informed me, his real name is Ian Brandon Anderson. I'm working very hard on Solitude number 9, and things may be progressing heavily with my true gal pal Casey and I. Also, expect more announcements of this developing caliber in the future. Stay tuned. CWC. The Battleground. More than a feeling, give it a stop. I love that song, by the way. I know that's from Boston. For whatever reason, Solid dug up an old video of himself failing at Guitar Hero and dumped it online. Liquid shot back with a true and honest rendition of a real guitar. You know what? Let's do this. Let's check out the differences in both. I'm gonna see if I can like find the differences online. Let's see. Quick quiz singing. Let's try this. Liquid versus. There we go.
Hello. Hello, Ian. Yeah, I think you know who this is.
Okay, right. This isn't. I don't think this is the singing one, but let's see if we can just find the singing. Let's just see this Liquid Chris singing. So need a cute girl. Let's just check this part out. Let's see what Mr. Duckworth has got up his sleeve.
Without a fire, but a deep desire to not hear you say I have a boyfriend and I.
Okay, and now let's just see the difference between Solid and Chris. Oh, here it is.
I'm doing this new video to clear a record. The SingStar Challenge was never to verify which one of us was the real Christian Wrestling Chandler.
Because, Chris, you should have already realized that you were the real Chris Western Chandler.
Because everybody on the internet knows that I am, that he's the imposter. They should quit encouraging him.
If he knows fine well that... okay, I'll forget it. Never mind.
And I wish that he would quit his stupid, damn, dirty game. I don't know what the heck is wrong with his head. He ain't right. He don't even let me get a word in edgewise. He just keeps on going on and 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 on. Where's my father? Anyway, it was just basically a fun thing. Only for fun.
You mean his father that openly told Chris to not post so much of his stuff on the internet, which Chris did like an idiot.
It never was meant to determine who was who. But just to play it safe, I'm going to give y'all the big sample. Again,
last time we had Chris doing a video where he showed us his sample, it was not something that anybody paid to watch or anybody ever wanted to see.
Contest was only for fun, never to determine who was who, because everybody knows dang well. Anyway, here is the classic, of which that has been in my heart, that made women realize that there was still a guy out there, a virgin, waiting. Hey, look at me! I'm sitting here sad and lonely without a fire but a desire to not hear you say, I want it that way as I see the ladies walking.
Okay, I think that's about enough. I think we've seen just about all we needed to see. Spanish challenge. More video rage followed before Solid attempted a cunning plan. También me representé el español bueno, sino que bueno, tú no eres la verdad, tú eres el impostor. You know what actually might be a little bit fun a little bit, guys? I might go back to the Spanish article of Chris in Spanish and just literally read the entire thing in Spanish just to see what might happen, to see whether or not my accent was at all worth the thing. Whatever. The plan backfired when Liquid responded more fluently in Spanish, French, German, and Japanese. He probably just had sheets, prepared so that nobody could notice, which is something Chris probably should have thought about. SingStar Challenge. Si ce n'est pas un Chris. This is not the Chris. Alright, Christian, Mr. Brown Striped Imposter. Since you have been able to accept and complete my question challenges, it is time to issue a new challenge. And then he shaved his goatee off dry with a safety razor. As expected, the contest went to Liquid and Solid was a sore loser about it. Liquid had a tally of 4 votes in favour, 2 against. He then took his leave from the competition after announcing a number of personal coups. That he'd finally found a true sweetheart in Casey, that he'd landed a job as a production manager and game designer at Microsoft for a Solitude game for all consoles, that Dark Horse Comics will be publishing his Solitude comics, making him even more filthy rich with the opening of the CWC store. Dark Horse Comics are the same publishers that gave us classics like Umbrella Academy. I'm just saying, and I think it was also True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. both written by emo. I want to say alternative rock, alternative metal rock legend Gerard Way. And finally, that he decided to stop battling the Solid and move out of his parents' house to live in Redmond, Seattle, to continue his happy, successful life. Showdown. You're breaking my balls here. Solid. On the 9th of August 2009, Liquid called Solid up and confronted him over the slanderous lies he was telling on YouTube. Solid tried reason, and when that failed, he threatened to arrest Liquid for identity theft and involve Bob in this debacle. If you do not come clean right now, I'm going to get my father in on this further, and you are going to go get fucking arrested, thrown in jail, and you will not get to live the peacefully happy life that Casey and I would like. Voice cracks. You to live because Casey really cares for you, man. I, Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia, have grown up. Right. On the 14th of August 2009, Liquid announced that he was departing YouTube for the time being to pursue turning his Solitude series into an acclaimed media franchise. I think we can just about play this.
Captain's log. Stardate. August 14th, 2009.
He actually can do the voice really well.
Hello, my loyal fan base. Today is you may be noticing that I am wearing a different shirts. This is to well, I know that I am, but don't, by all means, do not get your tidies in a knot, for it is a symbol of success. First of all, I thank my sweet Casey for saying yes to marrying me, as by given that we will live.
Okay, I think I get the idea. Of course, this sent Solid completely over the deep end. First, he raged, "Stop that impostor who has been imposing my name." I think he meant to say poisoning with my name, my address, my phone number, everything. Stop him. He deserves nothing. Then he tried reason. Oh, reason, okay. The SingStar challenge was never to verify who was the real Christian Weston Chandler, because everyone on the internet knows that he's the imposter. They should quit encouraging him, and I wish that he would stop his stupid game. Okay, we've already done that. And as Summer disappeared, so too did Liquid Chris, the apparent victim of foul play. Viewer discretion is advised, as the next video is disturbing. Oh boy, let's see it. Gone.
Captain's log. Stardate August 13th, 2009. Tell them your name. Christian Weston Chandler. Are you the real Christian? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Then why do you dress up like him? It's a symbol so we don't have to be afraid of scum like you, Ian. Oh, you do, Christian. You really do. Huh? Yeah. Oh, shh. You think you've made Quickville a better place? Look at me. Look at me! You see, this is how kicking me in the balls works out. I would tell you right now I was coming for you. And now, since I finally have you, I'm gonna give you that piece of my mind I told you about there.
Oh no.
Peace, Christian Weston Chandler.
Oh right, okay. Was that meant to be like, I don't know, what was it? Like a Joker reference? No, it was a Dark Knight reference. Okay, I see. I see what he was trying to do. I didn't get into what he was trying to do until the very end. Chris's sweetheart, Casey, was distraught over the event and posted a video confirming Chris's disappearance and announcing her withdrawal from their engagement. Quickville War 2, Casey Boogaloo. Liquid Chris reappeared on the 15th of October 2009 with a new video explaining the trials and tribulations of the past few months, and igniting a heated love triangle with Solid for Casey's affections. According to Liquid, he had been unlawfully detained in a meatpacking factory, and when he managed to escape, he found himself in Africa. With the assistance of a few others, Liquid managed to make his triumphant return to Ruckersville, and the stage was set from there on out. In the video addressed to Casey's parents, Solid called him the previous Chris. In a desperate video for Casey, Solid called him the other Chris repeatedly. Chris's solution to boyfriends, and is there meant to be... Nope, it's just him shooting people. Okay. So when the dust had finally settled, Solid's behaviour had offended Casey's father, and through his immaturity, pushed Casey back into the loving arms of the Liquid. I'm pretty sure there's an entire video based on that. I don't think we need to do that as well, because it's just him. He didn't really, the thing about Africa didn't really happen. So, Epilogue. Let's first just do this Twilight Sparkle card first to see whether Chris really did get over it. It's not a bad drawing of Liquid. I'll give Chris that much if, this wasn't so perfectly straight, this leg. LC Human Special Villain. Pretentious acting replace. While this card is in your hand, you may discard a pony card from the grid and play this card in its place. The power cannot be copied. Having been born as a Sonny in a mountainous region of LC, was mentioned by a wild graveler. I've already lost interest. Epilogue. Liquid Chris is now married to his beautiful sweetheart Casey as the one true and honest creator of Sonichu. His artwork and comics are extremely popular, and he now attracts many beautiful boyfriend-free girls with his medallions and his guitar of Win. Liquid makes mad cash by selling said medallions at Otakuon and other anime conventions while voicing Solid in Sonichu, the animated series. He has also made several $100,000s from his two critically acclaimed games, Pokemon Lightning version and Sonichu, The Crystal Chronicles, for the Nintendo DS and Xbox 360 respectively. On the 27th of July 2011, Liquid bid fond fair due to the trolling universe on YouTube by closing his account. Solid Chris then considered Liquid Chris a friend. Well, that's alright. After Chris Duckworth abandoned his Liquid Chris persona, he acquired a BS in oncology, and he currently works as a cancer research doctor. That's fucking pog as hell. Time will tell if his findings will bring us one step closer to the cure. It's a better step in the right direction. In the years since, Chris eventually forgot much about the Liquid Chris saga. That is, if he ever wants to finish this Wikipedia. However, in fall 2019, Chris created a TSSF card of Liquid Chris, showing he still has some animosity towards him. The card describes Liquid as a villain utilizing pretentious acting. It's fucking superb compared to Chris's acting. Video description. Casey, you know who is right in your heart, signed Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Irony. IBA Chandler has mocked Liquid Chris on several points. His nasal tone, his brown striped shirt, actually making money off Sonichu, his appearance. It's a bad sign when one is fighting a mirror and when worse when the mirror is winning. In early of August 2009, Solid began to believe that Liquid couldn't be the real Chris only because the real Christian Weston Chandler is a retard who is a laughingstock of the internet. Therefore, the fact that Liquid isn't trolled and doesn't do dumb shit suggests that he isn't the real Chris. Of course, previously mentioned, theories seem to disprove this assertion. In a further fit of irony, Ian ended up impersonating Liquid in a bizarre attempt to woo Liquid's girlfriend Casey. And in a last-ditch irony, Ian impersonated Chris, who was impersonating him or something in 12270. So, if I had the time to go over the insanity of what somebody really... Because this is like... I would generally call this almost an arch enemy, if ever there was one. Somebody who legitimately looked even more stupid on the internet than Chris. But no, this was all an act, as it were. Anyway, in the comic, the impersonator Chris stole his famous lecture to the jerk-ops from the real Chris. Now that I have escaped the time void in which I was trapped for so long due to the emotions and stress, I will resume my search for my truest sweetheart. A single boyfriend-free gal pal to build into a sweetheart. With my new colors, I will surely win her heart. Okay. Despite being one of the most important events in Christry, the Liquid Chris saga is addressed in only 2 pages with the entirety of Sonichu. On the 19th of November 2009, Liquid made his very first appearance in Solid Chris's Sonichu number 9, being the slanderous impostor that he is, and the nerve to claim that Liquid's name was Ian Brandon Anderson, and once again tried and failed to convince everyone that he was the true and original creator of the Sonichu franchise. So, you want to know the fate of the past impostor of Christian, as the original person was known as? Simply put, IBA Chandler. He was dragged down to hell, punished of identity theft. Punished because of that. And all of his memories and past incarnations reset. I don't think you can reset an incarnation. His soul, I don't think that's how it works. His soul was born a fresh blank into a newborn child, and his old body burned in hell's lava pool. Punished by loss of total identity after stealing and others. That sounds appropriate. Bio explains Chris's Liquid's fate. Why ask us? Because you're the one who wrote it, Chris. Maybe you should explain this. Neither of us were there at the event, but I was feeling most table to attempting to claim my own identity and all that. Yes, but his fate was feeling of his crime. We'll never see him again. Okay, again, Quickville is inhabited by nothing but a bunch of psychopath imposters recolors. IBA Chandler, and I am here to copycatly seize the claim of you hedgehogs. And this city, again, it's amazing the amount of care I don't give. The commission as first seen in Ben Saint's lecture. He even got it framed. Good for him. Chris planned a future plot where Giovanni captured Rosedew and forced Chris to cede control over Quickville to Liquid. This, however, has yet to be done. Probably will never be done. Since Liquid's fate in the comic remained nebulous at best, Ben Saint commissioned a piece from Solid Chris that explained Liquid's ultimate fate. To the surprise of Saint himself, Chris actually delivered. The piece was revealed in a YouTube lecture by Saint on the timeline of the Sonichu canon, and included commentary by Beale, Sonichu, Rosedew, and Chris himself. So you want to know the fate of the past impostor of Christian, as the original person was known? Simply put, we just about went through that. And apparently, Liquidus Chris... I don't know whether or not this technically is Chris Liquid himself, Mr. Duckworth, because it's gotta be... He looks every... Well, okay, it's gotta be fake. So, but... wow, imagine that. Imagine actually trying to cosplay as a locale of the internet. And this poor lady here looks equally as confused. And Iron Man is... I don't know where the hell he's looking, but let's just try not to think about that. So that, guys, was the legendary Liquid Chris saga. A saga in which an imposter was gaining more ground because apparently Chris never thought to himself that it was because of everything he was and everything he was continuing to act and portray. There was no doubt people were going to believe him anyway, which... The war was won before it began, but Chris somehow managed... This is the equivalent, right? If 2 people went to war, except not really, because there was only going to be one winner. Let's say, it's almost like if the United States Army decided to go to war with, let's say, Northern Ireland. Now, clearly, with a military the size of the United States, there was no way that Northern Ireland was ever going to win. So, to celebrate this momentous victory, the United States decided to throw a party and destroy a national monument. I'm going to assume that's exactly that metaphor works almost perfectly well for this. There was no way. There was no way that the original Chris could ever lose this, but somehow he managed to make himself look particularly bad in this instance. And again, they should just call this the irony saga, because there was no conflict here, but Chris made one for himself with no provocation whatever. So anyway, now that little gem is out of the way, I think it's time to call it a day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading of the Liquid Chris saga, courtesy of the Quickie. Please make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this saga yourselves, and also about Duckworth actually becoming a doctor a cancer doctor, and that's just freaking superb. Top marks for him for doing that. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.